AI automation strategist. The words are not coming out of my mouth again today. I don't know what happened. Guess I just washed my tongue, can't do a thing with it. Today, we are going to talk about marketing with text messages, SMS. And it is amazing. As much as I don't like to do text messages because text messages are much more difficult for me to attempt to see and read, it is much more effective than we get with email. You can do more with email because you can send more. However, I know that I made the comment yesterday, and a lot of people are just, they say, is it really true, Joy? 98% of all text messages will be opened. And they will be opened within the first 3 hours of receipt. And in addition to that, not only are they opened, but 45% click through to whatever you have got connected there. And I know yesterday I mentioned the point that a lot of times many people are afraid to click on the text message because they're not sure if it's a scam. But the more people get to know you and know that you are real and that you're not a bot and that you're not going to be scamming them, they're more comfortable clicking on something that you are sending through. And if you are giving more tips than you are giving information that they've got to click to, then they are going to become more comfortable when you once in a while put something in that they click to. Forgive me, my nose itches. My father always told me that that meant I was either going to kiss a fool or be fooled by a kiss. So I don't know who wants to kiss me, but uh, it's either, yeah, I'm sure you're just going to fool me by a kiss. I know that nobody here is going to be a fool, so you have to be real to be able to be here and be with me. But I'm grateful that you are here. The most important thing that we need to do when we're looking at text messages, they've got to be short, concise, and very pointed. You have got to say in as few words as possible the most important facts that you are wanting to get across to your prospect, your customer, or whomever it is that you are sending the text to. You don't want it to be a 3-page lengthy document because if that's what it is, send it in an email. It's going to cost you less. It's going to cost your prospect or customer less, and both of you will be much, much happier. And you know me, I'm the money lady. I am the one with the numbers. And it's always one of the first thoughts on my mind. What's it going to cost? What's this running me? Am I going to get the return on my investment? I'm not your typical accountant. I am not the bean counter. I don't think money first. I think, what is the return going to be? And that's what you need to be thinking. What is my return? How much am I going to get by spending this dollar? And you want to be spending a dollar and getting at least a dollar back in return. And if you're doing any of your marketing effectively and paying for it, you are going to be getting much more than a dollar. I like to use the conservative number of being $2 to $3 in return. And so if you spend a dollar in if you put a dollar into whatever machine that you're down at a casino and you put a dollar in, if it gives you back $2, how many dollars are you going to put into that machine? I'll bet you'll just keep putting dollars in there till you can't find any more dollars because it's giving you back 2 for every dollar you spend. That's why we need to look at what is that return on our investment? What is that ROI? Why is it giving me back this? And what can I do better to make it work better, to get more, so that I can get $3, so I can get $4, so I can get $10. And there are going to be some that are going to give you back 0. And other times it's going to give you back 10, 20, 30, 40, or maybe it give you $2. But you need to have an idea, and we do that by testing. And one of the things that most people dislike is when I say you've got to test it, you've got to check. You don't know what's going to work. I'm not a genie. I have a lot of insight, but I am not, I'm not the bewitched. I can't wiggle my nose and make things happen. And, Samantha Stevens could do that. I can't. And I don't know anybody else that can. So what we need to do is test it. Test whatever we are doing. You're going to find that being called A/B testing. A is one scenario, B is a second scenario. And when you do the testing, it is one item that you're testing. It may be a color. You use blue on this one and red on this one. You use a headline on this one. You use a different headline over here. You're only changing one item, because if you change both the color and the words, you don't know whether it's the color that's getting the greater impact, or if it's the words. And so you test one piece at a time. And I can tell you, we will test the words. We do a lot of work with words. I tend not to do as much with colors because I'm not using extravagant color things on the emails. And when you're doing text messaging, there is no color. It's black and white. So there's no color there. But the words that we use, those need to be tested. The words. And people that know me know that I am emphatic about not using the negative. Yeah, and that was a double negative there. And I don't want to be using the negative. I want to use the positive. That was the double negative, turning it positive. I always want everything I say to be positive. I don't want to say don't. I want to turn it around and say, okay, how can I word this so that I can make it, you want to do this. This is what we expect to happen, and have it be something positive. We don't want to tell them we're expecting it to rain and blow up everything. We want it to be the positive. It's going to be a sunny, bright day, and we are going to get great returns. What is it, and how can you make the words positive? If you have trouble, you can always go to our friend AI, the artificial intelligence, whether it be ChatGPT or Genie or Claude or any of the other dozens of ones, and all the different people that are creating excuse me, creating the programs using the different AIs. I'm going to sneeze. I can feel it. Pardon me. And you can ask the AI to make it positive for you. There are so many things that you can get AI to do. One of the big ways that I use AI, I'm a good writer. I write. And if I have trouble with coming up with the words that I want to use, I'll just start getting words down on a paper and then put it in. I tend to use both ChatGPT and Gemini. so that I can get the differences between the two. And there are times when ChatGPT gives me what I want, and there are times when Gemini gives me what I want. But what I will do is I will put my words in there that have got gobbledygook and the words just didn't flow, and ask it to be more conversational, to add some humor, to make it a better, more impactful piece of writing. And so that's what I do, and that way, I'm still coming through. My stories come through, you are hearing me in the conversation, and it is not coming through ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, which are the 3 that I tend to use. But if I were just to put a prompt into one of the AIs and say, "Create emails for me," you're going to see things coming out of there that are the same thing. And one of the other problems that you'll have with the various AIs is they are going to give you incorrect information. They may tell you something that is totally incorrect. And that's not what you want. You want to be giving the right information, the right statistics, the proper statistics. And when I pull statistics, and I will usually use Gemini for my statistics, I not only ask it for the statistic, but I ask for the reference. Give me the link to the reference where that is published, because then I go straight there and make sure that the numbers that it pulled are the same as what the numbers are in the publication. That makes me much more comfortable with what I am putting out, and it makes it quicker and easier. Yes, that's why our AI is out there. It's not there to be doing everything in the world for us. It is there to help us do things more quickly. It can look something up that fast, faster than that actually. But if it doesn't, and it pulls something that's incorrect, oh my goodness. Do I look silly? You had better believe it. Shame on me because I pulled something and didn't confirm that it was correct. And then do I look stupid? Yes, I do. If I were to tell you that, and I'm not being political, I'm just because age has been one of the things with their politics. If I were to tell you that Joe Biden was 40 years old, you would want to know, what Joe Biden are you talking about? You're not talking about President Joe Biden in the United States, because he's not 40 years old, he's in his 70s. And he is getting older by the minute, as I am and you are. But you've got to make sure that what you write is correct. And it's always going to be that kind of a scenarios. So you just want to make sure that what you do, that when you put out something in a text message, that you've got it very concise, very narrowed down, and say exactly what you want, exactly what you mean, and give the prospect instructions as to precisely, exactly what you want them to do. You don't just want to say, "Call," and put a phone number. And I just this is one I just learned within the last 24 hours. I had somebody teach me that what is much more effective is to tell someone, "Pick up the phone and call." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get the telephone number in there. And it was, oh my goodness, I had never thought of that. That is, you're giving them the exact instructions. If you don't give them exactly what to do, unfortunately, we all have got the internet and everything else has got us having the brain power of a flea, and if you don't get something within the first 3 to 5 seconds, 8 seconds is absolute maximum. If you do not get something that quick, don't understand it. And by giving them a much more precise what to do, pick up the phone and call. It is, oh my goodness. So that's what you want to do, that's what we want to do, and that's what we're all about. So I'm going to ask you a question. What is it that you want me to be covering? What types of things do you want to know in the marketing, and or if you want something in finance, I can give you all kinds of financial information because that's been my background. But I want to know what you want so that I can make these short talks be more of interest to you and answer the questions that you need to have answered. Put into the chat, write in the chat, type in the chat, and put what your question is. What do you want to know? If you just want you want to give me a general topic, that's fine. If you have an exact question, that's good too. But ask me whatever the questions are that you want about marketing or finance or general business, whatever you're looking for. If I don't have the answer, I'll find it. I'll make sure I've got the answer for you. And that will make this much, much better. I'm going to be doing this every day, Monday through Friday, and we will get to know more and more and more. And at the same time, I am also, because we are launching Rev Turbo CRM, Rev being rapid engagement value. Forgive me, my throat closed up there. Rapid engagement value. I want to be able to show you what it is going to do for your business, what it can do. I want to invite all of you to join me on a demonstration. I'm going to start doing about a 30-minute demonstration every Tuesday at 1 o'clock on YouTube, or I'm going to be doing it live, so I probably will be streaming it just like I am this. So it'll come through on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube and wherever else I have streaming to. But you are invited. I would love to have you join us. I will be putting the post and the information out, but it is going to be at 1 o'clock, and you can join us live just like you are here. And they will start at 1 o'clock every Tuesday, probably for the next couple of months or however long people are interested in wanting to know more about what Rev Turbo CRM is, what it can do for your business, and how it works and why it is good. So, with that, if nobody has told you yet today that they love you, let me be the first. I love you because you are you. And that is so very, very important. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing with me and with everyone else what you are looking for. With that, I will say I will see you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend and just enjoy and make lots and lots of money. And may the profit always be with you.